Good day everyone. We are now on our fourth quarter, module 5, and our lesson for today is the basic concept of hypothesis testing. Okay, let us unlock these terms. Okay, hypothesis, it is a claim, a guess, assumption, or conjecture about a population. It is a starting point or the starting point of an investigation. Okay, Null hypothesis, it is a claim that denotes the absence, such as absence of difference, absence of relationship, or equality to a certain value, and it is denoted by H sub O. Okay? While the alternative hypothesis it is also a claim that denotes the presence, such as the presence of difference, presence of relationship, or inequality to a certain value, and it is denoted by H sub A. Okay, so let us further define what do we mean by a hypothesis. Okay, it is considered an educated guess. Okay, so sinabi dito, it is a guess. Why guess? Because it is not yet proven. Okay, so hindi pa natin napoprove dito if itong guess na to is a fact or if it is true or if it is false. Okay? So, educated guess pa lang ang ginagamit natin, ginagamit na term dito. Okay? It provides the proposed outcome based on the experience and theoretical knowledge which is likely to be correct. Okay? According to Cambridge Dictionary, it is an idea or explanation for something that is based on known facts but has not yet proven. Okay? It must be based on facts. Okay? But it is not yet been proven. Okay? Kaya tayo gumagawa ng hypothesis testing is to prove, okay, yung mga guesses na yan, if it is true or false, or if it is correct. Okay? Okay? Para makapag-come up tayo ng decision. Okay? Examples of hypothesis. Okay? Drinking milk before going to bed will make you sleep better. Okay? So, hindi pa naman talaga proven na if you drink milk before going to bed, you will sleep better. Okay? Some of us, nakakatulog ng maayos kahit hindi umiinom ng gatas. Okay? So, kailangan i-prove to. Okay? So, kailangan nating i-prove kung totoo ba na kung minom ka ng gatas ay makakatulog ka ng maayos. Okay? So, paano natin i-prove yun? Pwedeng through observation, pwedeng through experimentation. Okay? So, pwede tayong magkumuha ng mga participants na iinom ng gatas bago matulog. Okay? And then, yun i-observe natin kung ang kanilang tulog ba ay mas maayos kesa yung hindi sila umiinom ng gatas. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, after mo makonclude yan, after mo ma-observe yan, pwede mo nang sabihin yung conclusion mo is a fact. Pero, because of certain observation and experimentation, so hindi pa natin alam kung ano ba talaga yung totoo, if kung fact ba ito or not, kung true ba ito o hindi. Okay? So kaya as of this time, it is still a hypothesis kasi hindi pa ito proven as a fact. Okay? And kapag tinest natin itong hypothesis na to, kailangan galing talaga siya sa totoong observation. Galing talaga siya totoong experimentation. Okay? Para masabi natin na yung result na ito ay true or false or not. Okay? So, number 2, another example, sanitizer Y is better than sanitizer X in terms of germ-killing effect. Okay? So, again, okay, hindi pa natin alam kung totoo ba ito o hindi. So, kailangan ito ay dumaan sa observation or experimentation para ma-prove natin kung totoo ba yung claim or hindi. Okay? The average weight of a senior high school students in Magalang National High School is 48 kilograms. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo muna nating i-prove na yung average weight ng mga senior high ay 48 kilogram. So, paano natin malalaman kung totoo to? So, syempre, we have to weigh down all the senior high school student ng Magalang National High School at kung ano yung maging result. Okay, at maging 48 kilogram nga yung maging result ng average weight, then ibig sabihin, totoo tong claim na to. If it is not, ibig sabihin, so hindi yun totoo. This is not a fact. Kumbaga. Okay? So, number 4, another example, private employees have higher savings than government employees after retirement. Okay? So, kailangan natin i-prove yung claim na to. Okay? Kailangan natin i-test itong hypothesis na to or itong claim na to if this is true. Okay? So, syempre, pagka ganito, hanap tayo ng participant. Okay? Mga retired employees ng private and government employees. And then, tatanungin natin sila kung meron ba silang mga savings at kung magkano yung mga savings nila. Kasi, syempre, kailangan natin i-prove na mas mataas yung savings ng private employees kaysa sa government employees. Okay? So, ito ay still claim pa lang, hindi pa siya fact. Okay? Claim pa lang ito. Okay? Until proven. Okay? Number 5, there is no significant relationship between the intellectual quotient and emotional quotient of STEM students. So, kailangan natin mapatunayan na wala talagang relationship yung intellect and yung emotional quotient. Okay? So, pwede natin itong gawin through observation or experimentation. So, hindi pa natin po pwede sabihin na this statement is a fact. So, kailangan pa natin yung patunayan through testing. Okay? Okay. This is an example of facts. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, itong mga facts na to, hindi na natin siya kailangang i-test. Kasi proven na ito eh. Facts na ito. Okay? So, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-consider na hypothesis. Kasi, proven na nga or facts na ito. Okay? A fact is an observation about the world around us. Kumbaga pagka sinabi mo, let's say number of students enrolled in a school, so pwede mo lang tanungin yung, let's say for example, yung registrar, tanong mo kung ilan yung students, and then yun na yun. It is a fact kasi meron siyang list ng ilan yung mga students. So, hindi natin pwedeng gawing hypothesis yun because it is a fact. Okay? Another example, okay, number 1, Asia is the largest continent in the world in terms of area. So, alam natin na yung Asia, paano natin malalaman? Kasi, di ba, may sukat na yung bawat bansa. Okay? At ilan ba yung bansa na sakop ng Asia? And then, syempre, i-add mo lang yan. So, malalaman na natin kung gaano kalaki talaga ang continent ng Asia. Pero, kumbaga, talaga naman kung makikita mo naman sa mapa ng o yung globe, 'di ba? Makikita mo talaga yung Asia siya yung pinakamalaki, 'di ba? Malaki yung sakop niya. Okay? So compare natin sa Australia or sa Europe or sa Amerika, malaki talaga yung Asia. Okay? So kung titingnan pa lang natin, alam na natin na mas malaki yung area ng Asia. And it is already a fact. Okay? So proven na to, nasukat na to. Kaya, hindi na siya pwedeng gamitin as a hypothesis. Okay? So, number 2, a boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, given na to, alam na natin na pag na-reach niya yung 100 degrees Celsius, yung tubig ay kukulo. Okay? So, given na yan, alam na natin na 100 degrees Celsius yung boiling point ng water. And it is already a fact. Okay, napag-aralan na ito, kumbaga, napatunayan na. Kaya, hindi na natin ito pwedeng i-consider as a hypothesis because this is already a fact. Okay? The sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. Okay, so proven na rin yan. Davao is nearer to Cebu than to Manila, of course, di ba? So, proven na yan. Hindi na natin pwedeng gamitin yan na hypothesis. Okay? Okay, we have what we call a statistical hypothesis. Again, yung hypothesis is a claim or what we call the conjecture. Okay, so it may be either true or false. So yung hypothesis, hindi pa natin napapatunayan niya, claim pa lang yan or guess pa lang yan. Okay, so itong statistical hypothesis na to, it is expressed in terms of the value of the parameter. Or po pwede ring distribution of the population values. Ibig sabihin, may katapat siya na value. Okay? Hindi siya basta claim lang. So, kailangan meron siyang value. Okay? So, we have two kinds of statistical hypothesis. Again, pag sinabi nating hypothesis, it is a claim or a guess. Okay? It is not yet proven. Okay? Let us define the two kinds of statistical hypothesis. The first one is what we call the null hypothesis. Okay? It is denoted by the symbol. Ito yung symbol niya. H sub O. Yan, ganyan daw siya basahin. H sub O. Okay? Is a claim that denotes absence such as absence of difference, absence of relationship, or equality to a certain value. It usually comes with this symbol. Okay? Equal, less than or greater than or equal when written in symbol. Okay? So, lagi ninyong tatandaan na lagi ditong may equal. Okay? Why? Kasi sabi, equality to a certain value. So, laging mayroon siyang equal. So, ito lang yung symbol na pwede mong gamitin sa null hypothesis. Okay? So, bakit makakatulong tong symbol in formulating a null hypothesis? So, kailangan mong tandaan to. Kasi kailangan, kumbaga parang, for you to be able to formulate a null hypothesis, you will use this symbol. Okay? And then, alternative hypothesis denoted by the symbol H sub A, okay, is a claim that denotes presence such as presence of difference, presence of relationship, or inequality to a certain value. And it usually comes with this symbol, unequal, less than, or greater than when written in symbol. So, tingnan natin mabuti. Ang null hypothesis ay equality. Ang alternative hypothesis ay inequality. So, tingnan natin yung mga symbol nila. Ang symbol nito ay equal. Dito ang symbol niya ay unequal. Okay? Balik tayo. Okay? So, dito ang symbol naman, again, ni null hypothesis ay less than or equal. Okay? Again, meron pa rin siyang equal. Okay? So, kapag ganito yung symbol ng null hypothesis, ang counterpart niya ay, syempre, kung ito ay less than, ang gagamitin natin ay greater than. Yan. Ito yung counterpart niya o katapat niya sa alternative hypothesis. Ngayon, kapag naman ang null hypothesis mo ay greater than or equal, ang katapat naman niya sa alternative hypothesis ay less than. Okay, so tandaan ninyo na ang null hypothesis ay opposite ng alternative hypothesis. So if you will formulate a null hypothesis, to formulate an alternative, make it the negation of the null hypothesis or make it the opposite of the null hypothesis. Okay? So kung equal ang null, ibig sabihin ang alternative ay unequal. Okay? Kung less than or equal ang ating null hypothesis, so ibig sabihin ang ating alternative hypothesis ay greater than. Kung ang ating null hypothesis ay greater than or equal, so ang ating alternative hypothesis ay less than. Okay, so tandaan ninyo yan sa pagpo-formulate ng inyong hypothesis. Guidelines in formulating hypothesis. First, identify the claim. So, kailangan nyo malaman, ano ba yung claim? Okay, does it denote the absence or it states equality to a certain value? So, kailangan mo munang malaman kung ano yung claim. And usually, kung ano yung claim, that would be the null hypothesis. Again, usually, kung ano yung claim, ito yung i-consider natin na null hypothesis. Okay? And use the equality. Okay? Second, identify the parameter used in the claim. Does it talk about population average or the proportion? So let us find out if it is talking about the average or if it is talking about the population. Third, represents the parameter by a symbol, and then we will use the mean, this symbol mu, okay, yung symbol ng mu for the average and the p for the population proportion. Okay. Number 4, always remember that the null hypotheses are complementary and must not overlap. Ibig sabihin, hindi po pwedeng pareho yung null sa alternative. Kailangan hindi siya pwede mag-overlap. Kailangan magkaiba sila. Okay? At laging tatandaan na ang null hypothesis, there is an equality, while alternative, walang equality dito. So, ang null hypothesis, ang symbol niya equal, ang alternative not equal. If ito ay greater than or equal, so alternative ay less than. If ang null natin ay less than or equal, ibig sabihin ang alternative natin ay greater than. Okay? It must not overlap. So, ito yung mga pair na pwede nyong gamitin kapag nag-formulate kayo ng null and alternative hypothesis. So, dalawa yung ipo-formulate natin na hypothesis. Isang null at isang alternative hypothesis. So, kapag gumawa ka na ng null hypothesis, if the parameter value ay equal, yung ginamit natin, so ibig sabihin, ang ating null hypothesis ay unequal. So, nabanggit ko na rin to sa inyo kanina, ulitin na lang natin, di ba? So, kung equal naman yung null, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang less than. Kung equal, pwede rin siyang greater than. At kung less than or equal, pwedeng greater than. At kung greater than or equal, pwedeng less than. So, kung titingnan ninyo, okay, kung titingnan nyo, ito ay equal, so pwede siyang unequal, greater than, or less than. Okay, less than or greater than. Okay? So, kapag ganito naman yung na-formulate na claim, less than or equal, or greater than or equal, so ito yung magiging value. Kapag less than or equal, the alternative hypothesis is greater than, and if the null hypothesis is greater than or equal, ang alternative natin ay less than. Okay? So, tingnan mabuti yung mga symbol. Okay? So, yung symbol ng null hypothesis, laging mayroong equal. Okay? So, kasi ang dinidenote ng null hypothesis ay equality. Okay? So, lagi nyo tatandaan yan. Lagi siyang may equal sign. Okay? Dito naman sa alternative hypothesis, wala kang makikitang equal sign. Okay? So, pwede siyang unequal, pwedeng less than, greater than. Okay? So, ito lang yung pwede mong gamitin na symbol for alternative hypothesis. Okay, now let's apply the guidelines above by formulating the null and alternative hypothesis using the following situation. So, let us formulate. Okay? So, gumawa tayo ng null and alternative hypothesis. So, ito yung situation 1. A manufacturer of IT gadget recently announced that they developed a new battery for a tablet and claimed that it has an average life of at least 24 hours. So, would you buy this battery? So, mag-formulate tayo. Ano ba yung claim? Okay? So, yun yung number 1 natin. The step. Yan. Ano ba yung claim? Identify the claim. Okay? So, yung claim nila, sabi, yung battery daw ay may life. Average life of a newly developed battery is at least 24 hours. So, at least, binanggit naman yon dito sa, binanggit naman siya dito. Okay? That the average life of at least 24 hours. So, nabanggit yan dito sa dito sa problem. So, yun yung gagamitin natin na claim. Average life of a newly developed battery for tablet is at least 24 hours. Okay? At least 24 hours. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng tumaas pa siya sa 24 hours or hanggang 24 hours or mas mataas. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, greater than or equal. So, yun yung ating magiging null hypothesis. Okay? Kasi at least, yun yung pinakamababa niya. Okay? And then, identify the parameter. Ano ba yung ginamit na parameter? Diba yung ginamit ay yung average life. Okay? Hindi naman proportion, kundi yung average life. Okay, ng battery. And then, number 3 represents the symbol. Dahil average life ang ginamit natin na doon sa parameters, so ang symbol na gagamitin natin ay yung mu or yung average. Okay? Step 4, null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, complementary pair. So, hanapin natin yung complementary pair para tayo makapag-formulate na ng null and hypothesis. So, yung claim dito, at least 24 hours yan nabanggit na natin. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng mas mataas pa sa 24 hours at ang pinakabababa ay 24 hours. Yun yung claim. Pwedeng tumagal ng more than 24 hours. Okay? So, yun yung pinakamababa. So, yun yung magiging claim natin. So, greater than or equal. Yan. Greater than or equal. Kasi at least 24 hours. So, equal to 24 hours o mas mataas pa sa 24 hours. So, greater than or equal 24 hours. And then, yung ating magiging alternative hypothesis, syempre yung opposite niyan. So, dahil ito ay greater than, so ang magiging alternative natin ay less than. So, yung opposite ng symbol na to. So, nahandon naman yan sa pair na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. Okay, so the answer, yung ating null and alternative hypothesis stated in the average life of a newly developed battery for tablet is at least 24 hours. So, kung titingnan natin itong words na to, kung i-convert natin siya into symbol, so ito yung makikita natin, di ba? Yung ating null, okay, yung average has a greater than or equal to 24, okay, or 24 hours, okay. So, ito yung symbol, okay. So, at least 24 hours is greater than or equal 24, okay. So, yung ating namang alternative hypothesis, the average life of a newly developed battery for tablet is less than 24 hours, okay. Opposite siya ng null hypothesis, okay. Yung alternative hypothesis natin ay opposite ng null hypothesis. Hindi siya pwedeng magkapareho. Okay? So, or negation niya. Negation ng null hypothesis. So, kung ito ay greater than 24 hours or equal to 24 hours, so ibig sabihin, ang ating alternative, ang opposite niya ay less than 24 hours. So, ito yung symbol niya. The average is less than 24 hours or mu is less than 24 hours. Okay? Answer what I can do. What I can do, activity 3. Okay, so accept or reject a statement. There are two possible actions that a person can do with the statement. Either accept or reject a statement. Okay? So, paano natin bakit natin kailangan mag-accept or mag-reject? Because it is a decision. So, kailangan mong mag-decide. Ito yung statement. Okay? Yung statement na to, okay, kailangan natin i-decide kung i-accept ba natin yan or i-reject ba natin yan. Okay? So, usually, bago natin i-accept or i-reject, meron tayong tinatawag na test of hypothesis. So, kapag ginawa natin yung test of hypothesis na yan, if we found out that the claim, okay, or yung statement is true, pwede natin yang i-accept. Okay? Kung nalaman natin na ang statement ay false, pwede natin yang i-reject. Okay? But there are times na ina-accept natin or nire-reject natin yung statement nang hindi natin siya tinetest. Okay? So, later, bibigyan ko yung example paano nangyayari itong mga to na nakakapag-accept or reject nang hindi naman natin natetest. Okay? So, meron tayong tinatawag dyan na error. Okay? Let us consider the average number of text messages to an open senior high school student sends daily is equal to 75. So, equal to 75, again, equality. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito yung claim, this will also be the null hypothesis. Okay? Kasi they use the term or yung symbol na equal. Okay, the test of hypothesis is a procedure based on a random sample. Yun yung pagtetest para malaman natin kung totoo o hindi. So, pwede natin gamitan ng sample of observation o pwedeng experimentation with a given level of probability of committing an error in making a decision. So, merong level of probability. Okay? So, pwede ka pa rin mag-commit ng error sa mga decision, whether hypothesis is true or false. So, pwede talaga na magkaroon ng error. So, ano tong mga error na to? Meron tayong tinatawag na type 1 error and we have the type 2 error. So, how do we know if it is a type 1 error and how do we know if it is a type 2 error? Okay? A type 1 error, okay, it is kumbaga, nag-reject ka, you rejected a true hypothesis. Okay? So, nireject mo yung true hypothesis. So, tama yung claim, pero nireject mo. Okay? So, dito naman sa type 2 error, false hypothesis, pero inaccept mo. Okay? Inaccept mo, but it is a false hypothesis. So, ang tawag natin doon ay type 2 error. So, yan yun. Yung explanation dyan. Okay? Examples of error in decision making. So, number 1, a manufacturer of IT gadget recently announced that they had developed a new battery for a tablet and claimed that it has an average life of 24 hours. Would you buy this battery? So, kamukha din to na example kanina. Okay, would you buy this battery? Okay, so ano yung magiging decision mo? Okay, so ito yung tinatawag nating type 1 and type 2 error. Okay, so kapag type 1 error is committed, ibig sabihin, you decide not to buy. Okay, so would you buy this battery? Ibig sabihin, hindi mo binili. Okay? So, magiging type 1 error yan kapag the possible consequence is that you lost the opportunity to have a battery that could last for at least 24 hours. Hindi mo siya binili, pero true yung claim na it would last at least 24 hours. Okay? So, tama o totoo yung claim, pero hindi mo siya binili. That is what we call the type 1 error. Okay? The type 2 error you committed when you buy the battery pero hindi naman siya nag-last ng 24 hours. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nung tinanong ka, would you buy this battery? Yes, bumili ka. Pero, nung i-test mo siya, hindi siya nag-last ng 24 hours. So, ibig sabihin, false yung claim. Okay? False yung claim, pero you accepted it. So, ang error na tawag dyan ay type 2 error. Okay? Examples of error are, again, a teenager who wanted to lose weight is contemplating on a diet she read about in social media. She wants to adopt it, but unfortunately, the following diet requires buying nutritious, low calories, yet expensive food. Okay, help her decide. Okay? So, type 1 error ang ginawa niya kapag when the teenager did follow the diet, and a possible consequence is that she spent unnecessarily for a diet that did not help her reduce weight. Okay? So, inaccept niya to, pero, bumili siya, pero, hindi naman siya natulungan na ma-reduce yung kanyang weight. So, that is what we call the type 1 error. Okay? Type 2 error, hindi niya finalo yung diet, but yung consequences ng error na to is the teenager lost the opportunity to attain her goal of weight reduction. So, nireject niya to, pero, okay, ito pala yung makakatulong sa kanya to reduce her weight. So, that is what we call the type 2 error. Nireject niya when it is true. Okay? So, yun yung ating type 2 error. So, answer activity number 4. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining me and have a nice day. Thank you.